the life of the grateful. Anyone that is grateful is bound to experience multiplication. But if you are ungrateful, you are not grateful. God has given you something, probably just to test your faith, just to test the kind of person you are. You will not be grumbling. Out of all these efforts that I put in, this is what came out of it. Out of everything that I did, this is what came out of it. You are not neglecting the importance, the significance of thanksgiving, of appreciation to God. Such a person will not experience multiplication. But when you thank God in that humble beginning, when you thank God in that small thing, you will see that greater God will be made open to you. Please let us go to the book of Jeremiah 30:19 and see how thanksgiving can provoke the auction of multiplication. Even in the life of Jesus Christ, when he was about to feed that great multitude, when he was about to feed that thousands of people, he was left with few loaves of bread and few fishes. But immediately saw those few loaves of bread and fishes. What did he do? He thanked God. He thanked God. Those few loaves of bread, even on a normal day, one person can eat 2 loaves of bread. One person can eat loaves of bread. But logically, 2 loaves of bread cannot feed multitude of people. But with the thanks that was applied to the availability of those small things, you will see that those people, they fed with satisfaction. They were satisfied and they were still left over. What made that to be possible was the spirit of thanksgiving that Jesus rendered to those few things that were really available. If they have complained out of these thousands of people, just have few fishes and few loaves of bread. Will this one go around? This one will not even satisfy Mr. Timothy. This one will not even satisfy Sister whatever. But with the place of thanksgiving in that availability, you will see there was a provocation for multiplication. Jeremiah 30:19 says, and out of them shall proceed thanksgiving, and the voice of them that makes merry. I will multiply them, and they shall not be few. I will multiply them, and they shall not be few. I will also glorify them, and they shall not be small. They shall not be small. From the beginning of this year up till now, probably your expectation was to have a bigger thing. Your imagination was to have a greater thing. But God give you something out of that, your expectation. What is the place of your thanksgiving in that thing God has given to you? What is the place of thanksgiving in it? Do you recognize that giving thanks in that situation will make greater things to come out another day? So this is what the book of Jeremiah 30:19 is telling us. Just as what Jesus did when he was feeding those multitude of people. In that small beginning, in that small thing that we have, let us always thank God for it. Let us always thank God for it. The job that you are doing right now, you may not like it. It might not be able to augment your financial needs as a family or as a person. But just thank God for it. In your place of thanksgiving, God can show you a greater God. God can give you a greater position in that place of your work. Even in your family, when things are not really going on the way you want it to be. But at that moment, thank God. Just thank God. Thank God for it. And when you are thanking God, you will not see that greater things will not continue to manifest in that your family. Let us always, as a believer, as a Christian, to always thank God. Because in our thanking God, there is a provocation for multiplication. Not just thanksgiving filled with murmuring. Not just thanksgiving filled with levity. Not just thanksgiving because they said, go thank God. They don't say, don't thank God. Make I go thank God. No, such a thanksgiving will not provoke auction of multiplication. But a thanksgiving filled with sincerity, a thanksgiving filled with the heart of God, such a thanksgiving is what open greater doors. So thanksgiving is a virtue. It is very, very important in the life of a believer. It is very, very important in our daily life. In that situation that we find ourselves, always know the place of thanksgiving in it. And also, thanksgiving gives us access to experience the goodness of God. This is another great value of thanksgiving. It gives us access to experience the goodness of God. Anyone that thanks God is bound to experience God's goodness. We always pray for it. We always ask for it, for God's goodness to be tangible in our life. When God's goodness is tangible in the life of a person, it will be made known, it will be seen by all that God really is blessing this man. And what can make that to be possible is the power of thanksgiving. That is why thanksgiving gives us access to experience God's goodness. What leads to God's goodness is our ability to thank God. What opens that door of God's goodness is our ability to thank God. Because also thanksgiving is a command given to us by God. When we thank Him, we have access to great things, to His goodness. We have so many goodness God can bless us with. We have favor, we have protection, and we have guidance. When you thank God, you will see that there will be an unlimited favor of God around your life. You will swim and you will eat and you will dance with God's favor. Everywhere you go, you will see the blessing of God, the favor of God will rain upon you because you always thank God. And with that thanks, you will now have access to God's goodness. Another aspect is protection. When you thank God always, you will be protected. We all know that the days that we have now are evil days. It only takes the goodness of God for us to be protected from these evil days. Anyone that always thank God, in anything you do, you bring it onto the bosom of the Lord through thanksgiving. Such a person is bound to be protected from any evil, from anything that will harm him. The Bible says, even though we step upon serpent and adder, they will not by any way hurt us. This is protection, and this can only be made possible through thanksgiving. Favor, protection, we can access it through the act of giving thanks to God. And another aspect is guidance. Guidance. When we thank God, God always guides us. When we thank God, God always protects us. When we thank God, God always leads us to take the right decision. These are the things that goes with thanksgiving. They are the goodness of God. Guidance. As individual, as a family, as organization, as a church, we take decision. When we thank God, God will help us to always take the right decision. There are decisions a man or a woman will take that will bring his life. While there are decisions that are taken in the name of the Lord through thanksgiving that will metamorphose the life of that person to experience great things. That is what is called guidance. When we thank God, we are being guided by God for us to be blessed, for us to experience His good deed. So guidance is one of the goodness of God. As a Christian, we should always learn to thank God. Just like this morning, it was a decision for us to come to church this morning. Every one of us took decision not to be elsewhere, but to be in the house of God. But first, there are people that are taking contrary view, contrary decision not to be in church this morning. Such people, they might not experience the protection and the favor of God, especially when that thing is not in alignment with God's will. With God's will. With God's will.